Welcome, guys. Welcome on this lovely Friday afternoon. Actually, no, it's not afternoon anymore. It's 7 o'clock, so we can't call it afternoon anymore. But welcome, guys. Welcome to the channel and welcome. So before we add people, we'll start off with to talk about a few things, and we'll be able to add people in the panel. But in the meantime, we'll have to first.
Are you wearing an Inter Miami shirt?
Yes, I am. Yeah, I got
Oh,
it today.
jeez.
Yes, I got it
Oh,
today.
my
So
goodness.
you can hold
They,
that.
they actually just played at the MLS team that I support. Their name is San Jose Earthquakes.
Yeah.
And Inter Miami played there on, I think it was Tuesday night.
It was on
I did
sale.
not go because I'm not kidding. Some of the tickets prices they were asking for like the premium seats, they wanted $35,000 for seats. I
No
was like,
way. No way. No, it was on
in San
sale. And
Jose, that is Silicon Valley. That is like tech money galore.
I
So
know. Look, it was on sale and it's good quality. So I was like, you know what? I wait. There's no Messi at the back of this. There's no Messi at the back of this. But they also had pink hoodies that I might get if the price keep going down. I'll get the pink hoodie. So anyway, big up, guys. Welcome to the channel, guys. And big up to you. I know some people are watching the United game, but I don't have the heart to do it because
oh,
United
are
is
they
gonna.
on? Oh,
Yeah,
wait.
United
Oh, they're playing
Spurs.
Chelsea.
Yeah, but they're going to field very weak teams. I don't think United or Spurs or Chelsea care about those
God,
matches. So I
every
don't. I
time
don't.
we need Chelsea to lose, the other team just doesn't show up. It's so like Liverpool. I was like, Chelsea are guaranteed going to lose that game, and then Liverpool were drunk on the beach. I was like,
Yeah, that's the thing is, with
it's
it's
so
gonna be
annoying.
difficult for us. Like for us, I think we are playing the wrong teams. Basically, we're ending up with the wrong teams, and obviously we messed up against Southampton. But I heard it there. All I'm saying is, um, all I'm saying is, if we if we were in the situation like them, we would have had an advantage. If we played United right now, it would have been great. If we played Spurs right now, but knowing City, we could have made it an issue for ourselves. We could have found a way to ruin it for ourselves.
Or if we
Even
had just tried against Southampton, we would have won the game. But he decided to play the most negative football possible against a team that was going to low block.
I know,
We could have just tried in that game.
and guess what? And to find out that they've only kept two clean sheets, and the two clean sheets have kept one of them is us. It's just that's more painful and more embarrassing to know. But anyway, guys, if you want to follow us on Twitter, both our Twitter accounts are down here. Kilkster04, Patrick True City Fan down there. Welcome to episode 9. The episodes are going. Yesterday, I canceled the show because I had a few things to do. But to be honest with you, I wasn't even ready. I wasn't prepped. But today, at least, I have dug up a few things we can talk about. Guys, like the video. Like the video. That's all we ask for is liking the video. So it says salute. How you doing? Hi Blues, Lotta. How you doing? We are here. Big up to you, Banda. Where are you from, Banda? Banda is that? Are you from Zambia? Have I asked you before?
Oh, I've been to
Banda.
Zambia.
Banda is a Malawian. It's a very common Malawian names. The fraud Adam. Adam will leave you in the background for the meantime.
Yeah,
I'm going to first do the intro,
for
then
a
we'll
long
bring in.
time.
What is he doing? But by the way, Adam, if you're watching this, what the hell are you doing on the panel? Are you not supposed to be in a holiday? Isn't he on holidays? This guy, man, this fraud, and I bet you he'll come on and there'll be like wedding bells in the back. Maybe because he went to a wedding. Like, just let it go. Let it go. Let this be, as I said in the chat, let it miss you a bit. Let it just miss you. Shush. Just ignore it. Just pretend as if,
Just live your life.
just live your life. Kilpster went
Enjoy
to,
Switzerland. You're Switzerland.
yeah, Kilpster went on a boat and she didn't even bother to join anybody. And she was not going to bother. She wanted to enjoy a holiday. Please don't talk about Wirtz, bro. I'm tired. I have to,
Oh God,
unfortunately.
there's some bad news too.
I have to, unfortunately. I know that people are tired of Wirtz, but we're talking about the saga. We're not talking about the hopes of Wirtz coming to City. We're just gonna talk about the saga in general. Big up man them. War Patrick is a Messi fan. I'm not a Messi fan, I just like the kid. It looks good. Poma says me too, because I can't stop checking stuff. We're all gonna be checking stuff. I'm going to watch it because my boy Palmer will play. Oh yeah. I'm still aggravated by that Southampton result. It was bad. So anyway, let's start off. So we've got Wirtz Saga. So Hilkster, where's the Wirtz Saga right now? I just saw a tweet saying, oh, City are
I just
still
sent
in
you something. Yeah, it was in a group chat. Apparently, a tier 1 source says Wirtz Bayern Munich soon.
So it is Bayern Munich.
Yeah.
So,
Just like
so
I thought it was going to be the whole time.
you were right that they were using Man City and Liverpool as a way to make Bayern Munich cough up the amount.
How do we always get used like this? This is getting frustrating.
Wait. Do you feel like we've reached the point where City is just getting used most of the times?
Yeah. We definitely got used in the Jude Bellingham saga. And then I don't even, would you even go as far back as like the Eden Hazard thing and Sanchez? And all that way back in the day. Like,
wait, don't listen to this guy. This guy is a fraud. No, somebody said tier one. No, this guy ain't tier one. This guy just
someone in the chat said tier one. This guy speaks German, so I kind of trust him.
No. That guy is a fraud. That guy is a fraud. He just tweets things. Look, he might be right, but most times he just tweets things. I remember there was the saga for City signing somebody, and he was just tweeting saying City's gonna we never signed that individual. That's when I stopped trusting that fella. Okay. He just tweets. Okay, anyway, we'll see how it goes. But for me, look, let me give people my opinion before I add this Adam fraud who's on holiday. I don't know what he's doing here. I believe that there is a chance that obviously they do know that City and Liverpool are interested. But I think they're sort of more the Wirtz family sort of using the fact that City and Liverpool are interested to sort of push Bayern, so Bayern pay up the fee. Because Bayern are trying to also be smart. They're trying to make Wirtz wait. Bayern say, if Leverkusen are looking for 150, why can you not wait till next year and we get you cheaper? And I think the family doesn't want him to wait. He doesn't want to wait. So to put pressure on Bayern, the family is saying, okay, we'll go to Manchester and meet Manchester City officials. We'll go to Liverpool and meet Liverpool officials. I think this whole thing is just a ploy to get Bayern to pay up. But I don't think Bayern is going to pay 150. If Bayern pays 150, I'll be surprised.
I don't think they can. They've got a lot of other issues. Like apparently they're not going to give Sane the signing bonus he wants. That kind of leaked today. They just extended Alphonso Davies to a massive contract, and he's not even going to play next season because he tore his ACL in some stupid friendly for Canada. I know Bayern Munich were not happy about that because it was a completely pointless game. It wasn't even like a qualifier. It was just some like dumb friendly. So he's not even going to play. Harry Kane got a ton of money, and yeah, they need like to replace Manuel Neuer in the back line or in the keeper position. Their back line's a mess. I think they're going to sell the Jay, I think his name is the Korean defender center back. Like he's not worked out, and I don't know. I think they're buying Jonathan Tah from Leverkusen. So
they're not even buying.
They have a lot of problems on their team, and I don't think Wirtz is a high priority. Wirtz is not what they need to be focusing on. They already have enough in their midfield. So I don't know. I think if Florian Wirtz, like if he really is thinking about his career, he'd be walking into the absolute perfect situation at Manchester City. There's a clear spot for him. It's not like one of these pep roulette things where it's like, oh, well, you'll sign and you'll become a winger. No. Did you just kick me out? Okay, sorry.
No, I didn't kick you.
Kicking Adam out.
I was trying to do the settings and see how it sets up.
There's a gaping hole waiting for Florian Wirtz to be filled, and he would get to be the bridge between Rodri and Erling Haaland. Like, what more could you ask for as a footballer? Like, you get to feed the best finisher in the game, and you get the ball fed to you by Rodri, the best player in the game right now.
I don't get this whole Bayern thing.
He'd be walking into a perfect situation.
I don't get the Bayern thing though. I don't get it because there's Musiala. Musiala is a 10, and Bayern always
also play on the wing though.
Yeah, but I don't get it. But like Musiala is that guy. That's their 10. So I don't get it anyway. But
yeah, they just gave him a massive contract too. So
yeah, I know. Yeah, I know that Wirtz obviously is a good draw, but I don't know. We'll keep an eye. So what about
Reijnders? The German thing. Like Germans want to play for Bayern Munich. That's just like the biggest club growing up. So they spend their entire lives watching how good Bayern Munich are. So they just dream to play for it. Just like Spanish players want to play for Barcelona and Real Madrid. And let's be fair, a lot of English players want to play for Manchester United for that same reason. But I think that things are changing on that. But historically, like it's like the inception of the Premier League.
But it says kick that fraud out. Wirtz just waiting for Man City to qualify for Champions League. It's very funny. Man City may not qualify. It is still possible, unfortunately. But I think there's a possibility
of Saturday. We may not. Now we have to worry about Champions League final. I think there's qualification. If we had won on Saturday, I think we would have. I think that would have.
By the way, Man United did not field a weak team, by the way, as I thought.
I don't think the game has started yet because last time I
Yeah,
looked, it
but they
was
haven't.
still in the
Look at
They
that.
pregame.
start at 8 o'clock.
Yeah, but they
Oh,
didn't
it
field
starts
Eight
at
that.
8 o'clock?
UK time.
Okay.
Yeah, but look at that. They didn't field a weak
Oh,
team.
Aston Villa started 11:30. Aston Villa are playing, and they're playing Spurs.
Yeah,
So
but look
Spurs
at
could do us a favor, but don't get your hopes up. Spurs
Spurs
live just to make our lives miserable. They only
Nah,
turn up against us, and anytime we need help from them, they always crap the bed.
yeah, but Spurs I think will field a weaker team. They will field a weaker team. But we're talking about
Also, by
like
default, a
United.
lot of their players just got injured. Like their best player, Kulusevski, he just had surgery, so he's gonna miss the final.
Yeah, but big up to our United for fielding a very strong team, and hopefully they get us a draw.
Are we sure we're
because
calling that a strong team?
yeah, that is a stronger team than I thought they're gonna do. I thought they were gonna feel like they're gonna put Bruno like in the last game. They put Bruno
Mason
on the
Mount.
bench.
Oh boy.
Yeah, there's a lot of players that were on the bench that are starting today. So big up to them. But anyway, let's leave this Wirtz story because it's just annoying. So Reijnders, what are your thoughts on Reijnders? It looks like it's a 50 million bid has been put in, but I think they're gonna be looking for something close to 60.
It's probably going to be more,
60 or
Patrick.
70, yeah, I would say. I think we'll pay it too. But we always try to lowball first because that's just how we are. I think the reason it won't be enough 50 million is because he just signed a new contract to I think 29 or 30. So they really don't have a reason to sell cheaply. It's not like his contract is running down.
His contract ends in 2030. His contract ends until 2030.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, and he signed recently. So
Yeah,
that's
he
why I
signed it
think-
in like March or something. So
yeah, that's where it's
And there's
going
no
to be very
release clause.
difficult. Yeah, but don't forget that they have missed out on Champions League football and they just lost in the final.
they're
To Bologna.
out of Europe completely. They're in like 8th place in Syria. So they I don't even think Conference League is in their grasp.
Yeah, so they might
So I
need
think the
to
player
sell.
will push the move, yeah.
Yeah, they might need to sell, and I think he's ready to. Obviously, he didn't play a good
Rodri's
game
not
against
going to be in the
Bologna.
squad for the FA Cup final. I'm sorry.
Nah, Rodri is not. We're going to talk about. No,
he's
he is
gonna
in
have
this squad.
He's going to have a great. He's leading a great bench crew with Echeverry, Kusanov, Victor Hayes.
Yeah. I think she means
Chilling on
that
the
he's
bench.
in this. I think she's talking about the
Behind the
squad.
bench.
Yeah, as the squad. Yeah, I think behind the bench. You're right about that. Yes, bro.
Yeah, they set like everybody down.
Probably
I
won't
think.
play. No, he won't.
Dude,
He
John
won't play.
Stones was pictured in one of those, like going to the bus pictures.
He should stay there. John Stones should stay in London. Find somewhere to go. The Gibbs White news has stopped, which means that we're still in for Wirtz. Don't
I
put
think
your
that
hopes
means
up.
we've just secured. I think that means that we have a done deal with
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Reijnders deal is going to be
Go.
done with 70 mil. I'd rather pay 70 mil for Reijnders than pay 70 mil for Gibbs White, to be honest. I think he'll play in the final 15 or 30 of the games.
Rodri? No.
15 or 30 minutes? No.
No.
Rodri won't start. Guys, we're going to talk about Man City versus Palace, but let's talk about Reijnders. Is that how you say it? Reijnders? Reijnders?
We'd have to ask Alf because Alf is the Dutch speaker.
Yeah, Reijnders. Okay, I don't know. We just call it Reijnders.
Rangers,
Okay,
yeah.
Yeah, Reijnders. So Reijnders, I think, is going to be a very good fit for Man City because we haven't had, since Gundogan left us, we never really had a number 8 that was trusted. And when you watch his games, he looks like he's very good at getting into the box, which Gundogan was. He's good at scoring goals, but he's also good at passing the ball. He's good at pressing, and he can get around the pitch. That's what we've been missing in this City team for a very, very long time. It's legs. And I think if we get him, and we have even Gibbs White, or we get him next to Rodri or next to Gonzalez, if Nico Gonzalez will still be in this team or will still be allowed to play football, you even have Foden playing as a number 10. That's a good team. What do you think yourself? I think this is, believe it or not, I know that the first thing is very pivotal, but I also think getting a number 8 that is trusted by Pep is also very important. More pivotal maybe than getting a number 10.
Yeah, we've been lacking that this season too. Like you can just tell that midfield has been completely dead. There's nobody trying. There's nobody pressing. It's just the backwards and the sidewards passing that we're all fed up with. So to get somebody who can actually run and actually press is going to be just a breath of fresh air and something we've been missing. And it's kind of like the signature of a Pep team. And that's why this season has been so shocking because there's just been none of it. Like this is like everyone says they want to see Pep manage like a lower level team. Well, you just saw it. These players were none of these guys who were playing all season are like Pep players. So yeah, I'm excited for it. He seems like a really good trouble era Gundogan. And that's a player we never replaced because we let Gundogan go, and then we brought back the shell of him. So we kind of never replaced that profile because Gundogan was cooking in that trouble season. And yeah, so getting that kind of energy and back will improve the team tremendously. And finally, and somebody actually crashing the box because like all the space Erling Haaland opens up, and then or that Doku's crossing to nobody. It's like if he's crossing to somebody, he's going to get more GNA.
Yeah.
So
There's a comment here. It says I can accept Morgan Gibbs White, Reijnders, Rodri in midfield. Is an engine though, not the best, but not the bad midfield. That's true. That's a
also
good.
that wouldn't be our everyday midfield. It'd be in some games, but like, they'll probably do some games where Foden's a
Foden
10
has to
and
play. Yeah.
No,
yeah,
for
Reijnders
me, when it comes to
and he
Gibbs White,
also
it
was a late
depends.
bloomer. I'll let
No, but
Adam go.
Patrick, for me, Gibbs White, it depends. If the price is right, I'll take him. But if it's like 70, 80 million, or if not, or more, for me, we should walk away. Anything above, say, 70 is too much.
For who?
Yeah, but for who?
For Gibbs White.
But that's the price.
We
You're gonna
have to
be.
sign an English player. We have to. Because of this homegrown quota. We have to sign somebody.
No, but
And if he's going to
but
be a
that's where
workhorse, we need that. Somebody has to do
I
the
get-
dirty work, and he looks like the guy who's going to do the dirty work. And he also
No,
looks
I
like he's
get
going to
that.
bring some nastiness to this team because we're a
No,
bunch of softies
Kelster, I get
sometimes.
that.
I'm
No,
down for
Kelster,
some
I get that.
nastiness.
Kelster, I get that, but that's where my issue lies. Look, he's an alright player, but just that price tag, honestly speaking. If that's the case, I would rather go and get Ibrichiese because Ibrichiese is 10 times the player that Gibbs White is. Ibrichiese is by
Yeah, but
far
that's
better than Gibbs White.
but I think the exit train sailed long time ago.
No, because no.
Yeah.
Like, look, if you said to me that Ibrichiese 80 million, I'll be happy to pay that. Yeah. But Gibbs White 80 million for me, that's where I'm like, you know what? That's where the straw breaks the camel. I'm like,
I
it's
think
not
we'll end
worth
up
it.
getting it for lower because I don't think they're going to make Champions League. They might not even make
Huh?
Europa at this
Look,
point.
for me,
Last time
I
I
hope
checked, they
so.
were in the
Look,
Conference League spot.
look, for me, I hope so. But if it's anything above 70 million, that's just too much for me, personally speaking. I would walk away. Anything above 70 million is by far
I
too
think
much
the
for him.
club want him. I think they also want him for Foden moral support because Foden had such a bad season, and bringing a friend in for him might bring him back into form. You never know.
Yeah, but Reijnders probably behind Pedri as one of the best number 8s in the world. Wow, that's a very high ranking. We're getting Gibbs White, Wirtz, and Reijnders. I don't know. We'll
Big
see.
up, Ben.
Fabrizio said, Fabrizio said we're looking at Morgan Gibbs White or Wirtz, not both, I believe. Wow. Parma is 3-piece incoming. 3-piece incoming. No, there's no 3-piece from Parma. There's no. It says Eze is not an 8 though. Gibbs White has an engine and is a lot more industrial than him. Can we just not sign Gibbs White and focus on 4-backs instead of him? There's a 4-back there. They are talking about the one from Brazil. I forgot his name.
Yeah, and the
What's his name?
Wesley. His name is Wesley.
Wesley.
His name is Wesley. They
Wesley.
want to get him for 45 million, so they might get a 4-back.
But
So
apparently, no, Patrick.
45
Apparently,
would be too high.
I asked one of my friends, he's a Brazilian, he supports Fluminense. He said he's good. He's good going forward, but defensively, he's horrendous.
Well, that's why you have to play the 2 center backs.
My friend, the modern 4-backs are never good defensively. They just do their job.
It's
That's
very
what the
rare.
modern 4-backs do. You won't find. So 80 mil just to babysit Foden. They're gonna come after you now.
Okay, sorry for not hating Morgan Gibbs White when we haven't even signed him.
The discourse appears to be right on course. Big up to you. It says 45 million euro. But guys, the transfers,
like a lot
right?
for a Brazilian player, but
I know that people love transfers, and I know that a lot of people watch these transfers. So the Wirtz thing, me and Kilkster have spoken about it. My thought is I think they're using us to make Bayern pay more money, so they're using Liverpool and City. The Reijnders one seems to be a deal that's going to be done as soon as the season is done. So
to be
for
honest with
me,
you, Patrick, I disagree with you. I think, honestly speaking, I think we'll probably end up getting Florian Wirtz. Look, I could end up being wrong, but I think, honestly speaking,
okay, can I ask you what's making you feel that you're gonna get Wirtz?
No, why I say that is between us and Bayern. I don't see Liverpool, getting him. And my reason behind why I say that, the moment that what's his name, David Ornstein said that, I'm not saying that David Ornstein is credible, but what I'm saying is, look, there has been track records where he has said it for what's his name, Caicedo, and what happened
Yeah.
at the end of it? Yeah, Liverpool got pie in their face. The same thing for what's his name? I think it was Enzo as well, if I'm correct. Yeah, so that's what
Yeah,
I'm trying to say. Look,
but at the end of the day, man,
that's
money talks.
that's
Says
what fills me with. No, I get that, but what I'm saying to you, and also I don't think Liverpool will pay that type of money because why I say that, look, they would rather utilize that money and get two players for the price of one player,
But
if you get what I mean.
why would they not pay that? They bid for Caicedo. So what are you guys saying? Why are you saying
I don't.
they're not going to pay?
I don't think they can pay the wages because they just
Thank you. I don't think
Salah
they're
and
gonna
Van Dijk like 400K a week.
the wages and also on top of the fee that they're gonna have to potentially pay for him. I don't see Liverpool doing that.
I don't know. I'm still saying versus camp is using City and Liverpool as a way to make Bayern pay up, and he's going to end up at Bayern. There's a comment here. Foden needs to pull his weight. No friends. He is making mad cash and hide all season. Wow.
Yeah, people really just hate Gibbs White. Like I'm not like a cheerleader for him. I'm just give the guy a chance. Like
I don't
Yeah.
think his why would be bad for us.
Yeah.
I don't think it will be that bad. I don't think it will be like Grealish and what's it called, the other fat
Phillips.
guy.
Phillips.
Yes, Phillips. Yeah, that's Patrick mate. Patrick, what happened to Phillips?
Phillips is a baller. That doesn't mean just because Pep Guardiola failed, that means it's Phillips' fault. You know what I mean? If we just average, there
Bro,
would be.
that guy failed within 4 months. He failed West Ham, then he failed at Ipswich. What are you talking about?
Says if
Huh?
we were just average, there would be no way we meet with his people. Okay, great.
No.
He
Maybe.
said he
Patrick, why are you
just said.
deflecting?
Are we okay? I'll say it for you. Let me finish. It says he just said interest, no deal agreed, no advance talk. So what he said?
Show them the source that I was sent.
Okay, let me cook on Phillips. I think
Okay.
Phillips, right? I think Phillips, right, was a good player, and I think sometimes when Pep Guardiola just doesn't like you, I think he just kills your confidence. So I think Pep Guardiola killed Phillips' confidence, but also Phillips made his own mistakes going to that World Cup. I think he shouldn't have gone to that World Cup. He should have listened. I think that's where things went a bit sour. But also, I always question Pep. If he's such a great manager, why does he fail to improve players like Phillips, like players like Nunes? Why doesn't he put them and mold them into what he wants? You know, like a good manager can work with the tools he has.
Yeah,
But
but
anyway,
Pep do the coaching and the players do their body work by themselves. So how can Pep help if his body work is shit? How can he do that?
Yeah, didn't
Ah,
he say
if
he
he's-
came back from the World Cup overweight?
yeah, he did. Yeah.
So his body
Or
work, his fitness
overweight.
and everything. If he's not good enough, what do you want Pep to do?
Hey,
Patrick?
Calvin Phillips was busy doing some overtime at KFC, man.
Yeah. But anyway, let's move away from Calvin Phillips.
Because
Let's
it's
go.
Patrick guy now. That's why Patrick is defending him.
I'm not
But
defending
I
the
just
guy.
think he
I'm
wasn't
not
good
defending-
enough for us.
I'm
But
not defending.
we were dumb enough to
Hey,
offer him to Patrick. He's gonna say
Kevin,
no
you
to
now
it.
see, hey, Kevin, you now see why I call Patrick Hush Puppy.
yes, he is. He
Yeah,
is.
look,
He's a
Phillips.
Malawian
Patrick,
Hush Puppy.
I saw a Chevere video on Twitter, just like
I
I just
posted it.
finished work.
I
Oh,
posted it.
bro, that guy is a magician, man.
I said
Jesus
it though,
Christ.
and people think I'm lying. I say that Chivere is a baller, but people don't
That guy
understand.
is good, man.
I'm
He's
telling
really-
you,
yeah.
Patrick,
I watched a
Patrick
couple of
and
the
Kevin,
stuff
you know
and
what the sad
everything.
thing
He's
is?
electric.
Kelvin, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Good evening or good afternoon, everyone.
oh yeah, here.
I'm here. I've been
Yeah.
telling everybody about that kid for maybe a year or 2 years.
I remember. Yeah, I remember.
Yes, I don't understand it, man.
That guy is
don't.
matured enough to play
Which is
for
why
us, man.
Kelly,
His movement, the way he do things, like
I don't watch the guy now, my guy. I don't watch the guy now. There's a reason why they buy the guy come the club now. Now I'm beginning to think that maybe he wasn't a Pep signing.
no, but I heard that
Echeverri?
it will be it
Right.
will rely on him next season. That's
Maybe
why
I don't know that though.
But they said he's going to try him. They say Pep is going to try most of these kids at the Club World Cup.
My guy.
But Kevin,
That guy not gonna
honestly
try anybody
speaking,
for
we
Club
know,
World Cup. Let me
Kevin,
be clear.
Just
we
wait.
all know he's not going to
Bernardo
use
play
it.
every
Anna,
game
let me
again.
finish. One thing we have to do is let each other talk so that the audience can enjoy the conversation. If we keep talking over each other, they can't enjoy the conversation. Feedback, right?
Okay.
I will tell you this, that I don't know if that guy's going to play the kids in the Club World Cup. And you know why?
Why?
Because there's too much money at stake. Yeah, I
But we
remember
already
that.
we already got the 100 million now, right?
From where?
That's the participation fee. We already got that.
How much is the winning fee?
The winning fee is not that much. It's just the broadcasting fee that is a lot.
I
The
think
winning fee is not
I
even
think
up
the
to.
winning.
No, the
think the
winning
win-
fee is not even up to 80 million, or 50 million. Go and check
Okay.
it. But the broadcasting fee, like the rights, is a lot. It's a lot. That's the fee.
Okay.
So
Okay. Let's see what happens.
Mm.
I'm not. I told Kelly, I told Patrick, I'm not confident that this guy.
I
As he said, the
believe.
guy don't change.
No,
That's
I
not
believe.
everything I
No,
feel.
I believe, Carl. I believe he will use. It's not like he will use Rico, because some of the senior players are not even going. You know that.
You're wasting your time. What have you been smoking? Do you know that there's an agreement that the Club World Cup, they want to make sure that superstars play? You know that,
No,
right?
the ones that have negos, the ones that have like a little bit of injury, they are not going. You know that. They're not going.
Osas, I'm not sure. See, I'm not sure.
Like who?
Here's my own point of view on this thing, right? I
Mm.
haven't lost faith, but that Southampton game did something to me.
Yeah.
It did. We're having a conversation. It did something because I'm
No.
watching that game. I'm saying to myself,
You're
this is the worst team in the league. You have all the young, energetic kids on the bench, and you didn't bring on Mamish 80-something minutes. Something is fundamentally wrong, either with you or your coaching staff. There's a problem. Because it made no sense. I would never start Erling Haaland against Southampton because I know what they're going to do. And he's terrible in the low block. He's awful in the low block. It's terrible.
Well, would you
And
start
to
him
make
against
matters
Crystal?
worse, Osas, we know he's been injured, so he's not much sharp in the final third in a low block, unlike Marmoush, who came in at 82 minutes and got a shot on goal, he hit the bar. Why didn't you start that guy? Why are you starting Bernardo Gundogan and what's his name? De Bruyne.
But the same people are playing tomorrow. You know.
No, I
that.
don't think Gundo played. It was Kava and Bernardo.
They're all the same, Kelly. They're all the same
Yeah,
age. So I just blend them all together.
Well, be prepared. All four of them are starting tomorrow. Be prepared.
Yeah, be prepared, Carl. They
I
are,
don't know.
they all
Mentally
starting
prepare
tomorrow.
yourself.
This
I
is
don't
that you guys. Pep have always been like this. It's
No,
just
why?
that the people that he believes in, they're all getting old. That's the
He's
thing.
been ruthless, but these days he's soft.
Mm.
He's soft these days.
But he's not soft. Why is he not soft against
final.
KDB? Why is he letting KDB go?
I think the club is. I don't
that
think
was
Pep
obvious.
is. I think
That
the
was
club
obvious.
is.
That was obvious.
Yes, but okay. What about Gundo? Why is it that Gundo is still here then? If it's
Because he
obvious?
loves him. Because he loves him.
So that's what I'm saying. So he still got his favorite.
Well, Kev is the easy one to let go of because he's the only one out of contract.
Let me
Everyone
ask
else
you
has
guys.
a contract for next season.
This,
That's going to be a
tomorrow
problem.
tomorrow is the final, right, Patrick? Let me ask you guys. Would you guys play Echeverry tomorrow?
I would.
No.
No,
You don't just start him fresh. Like his first game is the final.
I'm telling you.
The final.
I'm telling you, if it was up to me, the number 10 is Echeverry. If it was up to me.
This guy's
we would have had to have seen it like weeks ago.
No, do you know why? Because Echeverry would do better than what we're going to field on that pitch. I would even start Jack Grealish as a number 10 before I start KDB as a number 10.
I would
KDB
too.
is finished. KDB is finished. The guy is finished. And you know what? This KDB guy is just becoming a hindrance. And I'm sorry. It's just that he is, and it's not his fault. You know, I don't blame any of the players, by the way. I know some people get angry, say, why are you saying this about KDB? I'm just saying, it is Pep Guardiola who's playing him. He doesn't have to play him in all the games. He started playing him since United. When KDB announced that he's leaving, the club hasn't given him a contract. Pep has put KDB out there. I don't know if he's trying to prove that. Let me show you that he's finished. I think maybe he wants to show us that.
But Patrick and Kevin, sorry to cut you off. Is it not this? Did not all four of us say the same thing, or similar thing when we had Fernandinho? Because I remember you, me, Kevin, Carl all said the exact same thing when Fernandinho, where we did a similar thing with Fernandinho, where we said, "Oh, this man is picking Fernandinho due to just sentimental value," and that's what I'm seeing this year yet again. Yet again, because some of these grandpas, they have no business. I'm sorry.
They're not grandpas. They're legends.
They're only uncles.
Okay.
The grandpas are
they're
Inter
uncles.
Milan.
Okay, they're uncles, but they have no business. I'm sorry. Like take Gundogan. We had no business bringing Gundogan back. No business.
Remember, they
but-
were gonna play. They were gonna literally have no one there. Literally,
No, don't
that's how
lie, don't
poor the
lie.
summer
On the-
was.
on the-
They
on the
literally
good-
were
on
gonna
the-
go with no one until
On the
Gundogan
Gundogan,
fell
you
in their
wanted
lap.
Gundogan back too, Adam. Don't lie. We all wanted Gundogan back.
No. Don't lie. Don't
Yeah,
lie.
we did.
Because I can call
I got excited
bring
about it.
Hamza here, bring Professor Hamza here, and I said to him, Hamza, yes, okay, yeah, we may have Brand Gundogan back, but look at it this way. It's an error, it's a mistake. And I said it to him, why I said it to him, and I said the exact same thing to Professor Hamza for Kovacic as well. I said it does not make sense that you are getting two guys in their 30s when it clearly broad daylight, yeah, that you needed someone with that's young and that had like, and you know what annoys me the most? We had Joao Neves there for 120 million. In my eyes, he was worth that 120 million, yeah. But guess
And he
what?
went for half
We
of it.
didn't want to pay it. And he went for half of it. That's what annoys me the most.
Patrick,
That's what.
are you doing lineup today?
You know what? This is before
Patrick,
I
do you know
answer
that?
Kevin.
Patrick, do you know
Before I
that?
answer. Oh,
He's
Carl,
been poor as a false nine. What are you
Patrick,
watching?
you know, there's a question here, Carl, and I
He's
think you
poor
might
as
like
false
it, Carl.
Okay.
Somebody said, Patrick, how is KDB finished when he's being played as a false nine?
De Bruyne shouldn't be a false nine.
Well, that's true though. That's not bad though. That's not
De
bad.
Bruyne shouldn't be a false nine. A false nine has to have energy to press now. You don't get energy to press now.
And we're playing the two oldest players on our team. as
Yeah,
false
so
nines.
I mean, where would you play De Bruyne? I mean, my opinion is
How-
Where
but-
would you play De Bruyne? You
Alan
want
is playing. Yeah.
you
Continue,
want him
Carl.
to you want him to be like the Messi, the one who like. How does Inter Miami play Messi? They don't play him as a nine. They play him off the nine in
But
that
they're
pocket
shit now,
to create.
Carl.
Who's shit?
Inter Miami.
Yeah,
Shit.
but think about what they did last year. They won it already. So last year is one I'm talking about, right? How they played him last year. They played him right behind the nine to create chances. It doesn't have to run around and defend anybody. Doesn't have to press like that. His job is to get the ball and play the nine in, which is what De Bruyne used to do for Erling Haaland the year before when we were great. Do that again. It's not going to run.
Oh.
De Bruyne's not going to run around and chase, they press everybody around. No, if you do that one now. It's too old to do that. But you're surrounded with younger kids, you can do that. You don't play Gundogan, De Bruyne, and Bernardo in the same team. Three guys will not get leg. When if you press. Where's your press? Haaland not the press now. We all know Haaland doesn't press.
It's
Right?
magic,
Anybody wants to
Kev,
come?
isn't it?
Anybody
Marmoush
wants
presses, but he was on the bench.
Patrick.
Yeah,
Right?
but Alan is so lazy, Patrick.
Osas.
It was-
This thing, nobody wants to talk about it. The guy is awful at pressing.
He's so
Awful.
lazy, man.
So imagine playing him with the Brown who can press, with the Bernardo who can press, with the Godon who can press. That's why they get run through now, all the time now. That's why now. That's why teams blow through the midfield now. Nobody can press. Look at PSG. That balance in the midfield with the pressing. They better not press well, but at least they don't put him with other players who can press. Look at Liverpool. Right? The Salah press like that. Salah not press now. But others around him press. We want to use all these players who can press, and we expect not to deal with transitions. I can't deal with the transitions. Yeah, you are. But you got Rico O'Reilly, you got all these young guys. You got Echeverri, who's young and dynamic, who press for
Nico G. Nico G fixed a lot of those problems, and it's not even his correct position.
So these things, man. Like,
clogged up
I didn't even know tomorrow's FA Cup final. I didn't know. That's how much I'm disinterested. I didn't know.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Carl, I'll
mean
just say
that
there's only 3 more games of this crap this season. Because
I don't know
you
about
think
that,
with the
Kelly. I
players
don't know
we're
about
linked
Kelly.
to that we're going to be different next season?
Kelly, I don't know about that, man. I feel that you're going to see the same thing next season.
Carl.
Let's stay in theory. In theory, we get Reijnders, we get Gibbs White, we get Florian Wirtz, and Rodri's back, and Foden's back in the midfield. Don't you think those 5 midfielders can press and energy and legs and defend and tackle and win duels?
Kelly, to answer your question, I'll go to Osasi, right? You're going to change him to 1,000 million passes to nowhere people. That's what you're going to do. 1,000 million passes to no one. Sideways and backwards. That's what will happen. And the game will move on.
He's just doing that to adapt to because like the standard of midfielders we have right now is like, I think it's barely a championship midfield. Like the quality that we have right now is so far gone. I think that's the only thing you can get out of them because that's literally all they can do is pass the ball backwards and sideways because they can't press, like you said. They can't win tackles. They can't duel. They can't do any of that stuff. They can't backtrack.
You're telling me, right, that if you take the Crystal Palace manager and you give him this squad, you don't think he can squeeze more juice out of the squad with better balance on the team?
I think he
So-
would play younger players, and we'd get if that's how we
No,
get
no,
our energy.
even-
Because you
even with-
notice
even
when we
with
were
the-
playing better, it's because we added Nico O'Reilly and Nunes. We added legs.
So-
Our
so
manager
what-
just
so-
doesn't
so
want to
what-
add the
what did he
legs for
say-
some
what-
reason.
What did our beautiful manager say about O'Reilly months ago? They could have done what? What did he say? He wish he had what? Known or
Yeah,
recognized
but
that?
Carl, I was gonna tell you, like, I just do my research now.
It's a different
I don't
league,
think
though.
I
Serie A
don't
is much
think
different than Premier League.
I don't think Pep would play any of those youngsters in the club World Cup because I just see the money that is involved now.
I told you now.
If you win it, Patrick,
It is 40 million participation, and then you
Yeah.
100 million when you win it.
As I'm
No,
telling
not
you,
just that. Patrick is not that. Everything, if you do plus and minus, even when you get the winning money is different. When you get to final, it's different. So the winning money is 40 million. Final is 30 million. You get me? So that guy we're gonna get up to 200 million. That guy is not gonna use the kids, bro.
Why
Just
you not
forget
gonna
about
use
it.
the
I told you that already. That
Yeah, look at the kids.
He's
you
not
use
gonna-
this guy is going to play the other.
Osas, let me tell you what the problem is. The problem is that a lot of things that we hear in spaces is from the UK perspective. They don't care about the Club World Cup. That's bullshit. Because everybody else in the world with the money that's available cares about the Club World Cup. I'll tell you this: they care. Spain cares. Brazil cares. Argentina cares. Right? Those clubs care because it's money and it's prestige. You may not care in your local Northwest area because you don't care about the Club World Cup. That's your problem. The rest of the world care. Right? And I guarantee you, the money that's on the table, which is more than the Champions League money, they're going to care. They're going to care. These are uncomfortable conversations that are happening right now.
Madrid is preparing. They want Trent in right away because they care. People, the issue about people is people think that just because you're not caring, somewhere else others are not caring. It says Alan ain't that good in the box, lazy in the box. Yeah, that is true. It says Patrick, anyone blaming the other players should look at Inter Milan. Their average age is higher than ours. This is a Pep issue, not a player issue.
It's a different league. Serie A is a much slower league, and
Yeah, but Kels,
they don't play low blocks every game either.
Kels, how come they got to the
they
final?
are going to a final, but their league is a much different story than the Premier League.
Yeah, but how did they get to the final Champions League? It's twice in 3 years. How with all the players? We need to be careful with this narrative, right? There are coaches who would take that squad and figure out the balance and the trust in the young players and make sure it works. They're coaches who will do that, right? How do you get spend 200 million in January against Southampton? We don't see any of them. We don't see them.
Yeah,
what's the point?
Pisses me off.
What's the point? And then we get to 0-0.
Well, I'm wondering if the board is asking Pep that same question.
That performance was worse than 4-0 against Tottenham at home.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
But when I talk, they'll say, me, I'm plastic. Yeah, it's a bad season. It's not acceptable, guys. Come on.
They're calling it negative in the chat.
It's not, you start 3 of those guys, and then you add Rico Lewis on top of that. With a Haaland that isn't fit or wasn't 100% in that. What do you expect to happen? No wingers. What's going to happen? And Josko, who's done well at centre back, you now play him at this left-sided wing back.
To accommodate Akanji.
A lot of people predicted that. Season if Akanji's here, just saying.
Predicted the fact that a lot of people predict the fact that if Akanji comes back, he will find a way to smuggle Akanji back in. He says you need to add context though. The Christopher hasn't built a bond with these players for 8 years. People forge the human side of management, even if it's wrong. I think people forget the human side of management.
What human side are we talking about?
He's trying to say that the issue with Pep is the fact that he's bonded with these players for 8 years.
How do championship teams fall when they become what? Complacent. What made you great was that you were ruthless, and you went for a style of football that we all fell in love with dynamism, creativity, spark. We didn't win the Champions League, but we won 100 points. We won 4 leagues in England. We were dynamic. Yes, we didn't win the Champions League, but now you won the treble in the Champions League with quote-unquote control, because all of a sudden, Lukaku makes an awful mistake in the last minutes of the game against Inter Milan. Lukaku scores that goal, game over. Or Akanji makes that mistake and Edis doesn't save it, game over. and then you're stuck with that winning the champion within the treble, then what do you do then? Come on, man. We fell in love because of the way we played, the dynamism, the lack of control with the ball, the verve, the passion, what we see in PSG and even Liverpool now. We see it. Now we want to control the ball 1,000 times because we're scared of transitions. I don't know. And then people make it say, "Oh, it's okay." No, you bring up Jack Grealish, who was the star at Villa, dynamic, creative spark, with his flashy hair and big calves, and everybody loved him. You bring him and make him a left side of center, a holding midfielder, and now he's crashed and burned because he can't score a goal or assist on the left side. No one's asking these questions, right? No one's asking these questions.
Well, didn't we buy Jack to replace Bernardo, and then Bernardo never left?
That's what the
So he
ITK
became
will tell you.
redundant. Yeah, so the kid
That's
to
what the
shove him
ITK will
somewhere.
tell Kelly. But then when Bernardo wasn't playing well, when De Bruyne was injured, why did you play him central? Grealish, that is.
That's
as
a
free
good
agent.
question.
Why? You stick him out on the left for control because he can keep the ball and get a foul. So
But
100
he did
million
win a
player for
Champions
England,
League, so-
right? Loses his credibility, loses the value, gets dropped from the England squad because he no longer has the dynamism. And I'm not a Jack fan. I'm just asking a question. We got a Foden who's supposed to be England's next number 10, right? In the academy, he was the number 10, right? Now he can't find. Now he doesn't know what to play. Whether it's left wing, right wing, center, he plays everywhere with no fixed position. How's he going to excel? What's he going to do? Marmoush at Frankfurt was that number 10 in behind the striker, 30-something goals. We can't be playing on the left hand side.
Yeah, I don't like Marmoush being shoved out on the wing.
I'm not. See, people that don't understand Nigerians, and that's my culture, right? We ask questions. This is what we do. We don't care. We grew up in an environment that was competitive. Eat dog, eat dog. If you don't come first 10, they put you back in your class. There's no automatic promotion. If you fail your exam, you stay in class. If you fail again, you stay in class. There's none of this stuff. Am I lying? I didn't lie. So when we talk,
No,
when
it's
we
the
see
truth.
it's the truth. There's no time. Someone comes in here, you got a 90 on an exam. What happened to the 10%? Who ate it? What happened to the 10%?
Who ate the 10%?
Who ate the 10%? Did the father have two legs or two eyes? Why do we love complacency? Madrid are coming back next year, and I guarantee you, Barcelona next year are going to be serious competitors in the Champions League. Don't get your act together. You're still relying on sentiment. You're going to crash and burn. It's a fact.
That is true, though. So anyway, let me read some of these comments. But you're right. It's I think sentiment has to go. Like I was being sentimental of some of these players, and like look at where we are. I was just saying Gundogan is a legend. Still Gundogan, I cast him as one of our best captain because he won us the treble. So I cast him as that. Yeah. But anyway,
it's just, I think we're just frustrated with this season too.
Yeah, let me read this.
Says the lady was easy. It's just a slower league than the Premier League. Like the teams are not the same.
There's
level.
a comment here. I don't know why. What's it?
But Kelly, if they're slower than us, Kelly, how come you beat us 2-0? How come?
Oh no, Juventus one. Do you know what? Juventus one was painful. Juventus, that useless Juventus team, remember?
Oh god, that's when we were playing terrible.
Oh my god, that was bad though.
And yet,
it was a bad game, yeah.
And yet, Kelly,
for me, that final one hurt me.
Final, yeah. And yet, we're still fourth in this league, right? Still fourth in the league. I mean, PSG beat Villa, City,
I think before
Arsenal, and Liverpool. Let's be clear. The Farmers League team beat all 4 English teams.
Well, we're going to be, I think before the evening run now, we're going to be 6 because it's Chelsea and Villa are going to win tonight. So let's forget about that one.
So I'm just, again, I don't know. It's just.
It's been a frustrating season.
It's been.
I think we've all had our meltdowns. I've had multiple.
But can we not give them just this season though? Can we not just?
Yeah. I think the thing is this: people don't get it. People think people I think we're just asking questions to Pep saying there's certain things that have been done this season that have led us to here. Obviously, look, Pep has done 4 in a row. I get it. Everybody appreciates it. We appreciate the 4 in a row. It says I think we get Reijnders and we don't get Wirtz. Wait, that's what waiting for us to get the UCL. I think Wirtz is waiting for us to get the UCL. I don't know. I'm not confident we get Wirtz. That's true. He says I'm not looking forward to the game tomorrow. Nobody is. We beat
Yeah.
Crystal Palace
Just
2-1.
depends on the
We'll see.
lineup.
Mark, big up to you, Mark. Mark
Yeah, big
says,
up, Mark.
evening, Pat and Kels. Hope you're good. Hope you're good too. If we lose to Palace, anyone worried about it bleeding into the final games that we need for the CL?
I don't know. It's just.
Do you think if we lose to
I'm
Palace,
so nervous about
it's
tomorrow, man. I won't calm down until I see that lineup. I'm just so nervous that he's gonna play a lot of those players from the Southampton game, and that he played them to give them minutes in their legs so they'll be ready to go for the final. And I'm like, if we do that, then I'm gonna lose confidence. And
if we lose that FA Cup,
in
people
the
will go crazy.
final, yeah.
People will go
But
crazy.
if we stick to what was working, then I will have much more confidence. I.e., O'Reilly as the left back, Yashko Diaz center back pairing, and I never thought I would say this, but I want to see Nunes starting. Like, I think that back line just worked, and it also helped us going forward because of the width that those two midfielders playing fullback provides. So if we played like that, and then I personally think Holland should be on the bench, but if Holland is playing and he has O'Reilly and Nunes crossing the ball to him, he might actually connect to it. Because let's be fair, Yashko and Rico cannot cross the ball. That's not their strength. That's not what they're supposed to do. Like, let the midfielders do that.
Yeah, that's the issue that we
had.
If
we do that, I think we have a better chance to win.
But he wants Akanji in this team. I'm telling you, and Akanji is not a bad player.
That's why I keep saying get rid of Akanji.
No, not get rid of him.
To be honest with you, Patrick,
he's gonna play all the games next season. I promise you, he will be like Bernardo next season. He will play every single game, no matter how stinky he is. Yashko's gonna be stuck at left back.
Akanji's not bad.
But Patrick and Kevin, I've got no confidence for that. Who do you want playing center
back? Akanji or Yashko?
Honestly speaking, I've got no confidence for tomorrow's game. After what I've seen him do against Southampton,
but
the
you know
second worst.
Wait.
No, Kevin, 1 minute, Kevin. Okay. You know the reason why I say I am not filled with no confidence for that game? The second worst team in Premier League history. And this man, like what Carl said, was an absolute coward. The second worst team, Patrick. And you know what the worst thing is? No, 1 minute. Patrick, and you know what the worst thing is? Southampton before that game conceded. I think it was Kevin said it in the WhatsApp group.
Goals.
Yeah, 82 goals. 82 goddamn goals. Yeah, and this man is worried about transition and control. And honestly speaking, I've got no confidence, and I'm filled with no confidence for that tomorrow's game. And that's why I said in the WhatsApp GC that look, my priority is just get top 5. At this point, I don't see us winning the FA Cup.
Yeah, but we beat them 5-2.
Patrick, yeah, so what? We beat them 5-2. But I don't feel. Listen, Patrick, if this man did that silly error and stupid error against Southampton, we all know him very well. He's potentially gonna end up doing it in that final.
Well,
so
we have not.
That's why, Kevin. Honestly speaking, that's why I've written off that FA Cup. We're not gonna win it. Honestly speaking,
you know we are unbeaten in 10. You know that, Adam.
Yes, I get we're beaten in 10, but Kevin, Kevin, my brother, I get we are unbeaten in 10, but if this man is worried about transition and control against Southampton, the second worst team in Premier League history, Kevin, what do you think Crystal Palace are going to do? Crystal Palace are going to absolutely cook us like jerk chicken tomorrow.
Why didn't they cook us when we beat them 5-2?
They were cooking us to start the game.
Patrick, you will see tomorrow we are not.
And could have been down 0-3.
Patrick, mark my words. Tomorrow we are not winning tomorrow.
Do you want to put 20 pounds on it?
Okay, look, I will say it live now.
Yes, because you ran away.
Okay.
Put 20 pounds. Say that Crystal Palace is going to win.
Okay, I will say it right now on live. Man City are not winning tomorrow. There you go.
Before I told Patrick that I'm not confident tomorrow, right? But the way everyone is writing us off today, like the way I saw everywhere and overlap.
I think we're gonna beat them. Go ahead.
I think we're gonna beat them. Trust me.
Yeah, we'll beat them. I think we'll beat them.
I think we'll beat them. The way everyone is writing us off against Crystal Palace, like I know when people say 50-50, you know, Palace are informed. I understand that everyone is treating City like my City, like a shit team. Even though we are unbeaten in 10. Adam, we are unbeaten in 10. You guys know that. Eh?
But Kevin, yes, we are beaten in 10, but this man made silly errors
I
against the
understand that, but
second.
we drew
No,
the
but no,
game.
Kevin, Kevin,
We drew the game though. It's
Kevin.
not that
Yes, I
we drew the
understand
game.
we drew, but no, Kevin, I understand we drew. Yes,
I
I
put past
understand that.
that was
But
last weekend.
Kevin, okay, yes, I understand we drew, but Kevin, you can't tell me that you had. We didn't even have a shot on target against the second worst team in Premier League history, Kevin.
He's gonna
And
fix
you
it.
and
I
and
believe he
Kevin,
will fix that
okay,
tomorrow.
you think Kevin, you think he's gonna fix it? Well,
Yeah, he
I
will fix
don't.
that tomorrow, Adam.
Kevin, honestly speaking, listen, Kevin, I am not filled with confidence. And you know what? I would double the money to £40 each to you and Patrick. How about
Okay.
that? That's how
Wow.
confident I am.
Wait, does
Patrick,
anybody think
Patrick,
maybe
Patrick.
Yeah, go ahead.
You
I'm
know
here.
what?
I'm
I'm
here. Yeah.
confident. No, listen,
Hell, you are
I
here
am that
tomorrow after the
confident.
game tomorrow. Are you here tomorrow after the
Okay,
game?
Patrick, I'm confident. You know how confident I am? Tomorrow after the game, you can start a show and I will do it right on live. Yeah? £40 for you, £40 for Kevin. £80
Okay.
on the line. That's how
That's good.
confident I am.
That is good. That's good. Says, please, Patrick, address my question to your guest about the Italian league. She's wrong that there's no easy league. Yeah, look, at the end of the day, everyone has an opinion. Some people see the MLS as useless. Some people see the Italian league as not stronger than the. It is what it is. Some people think it's stronger. Like, there's just different opinions. It says Pep will do a madness tomorrow. True, man, that we need the CL. The way the team is set up is more important than the other players. I don't believe that uncle narrative. Okay, Grant. That is true. It says we are not utilizing Haaland Mamou's strength by ignoring them when they break the lines. That is true. I have seen people.
We'll never. Well, our midfield is not capable of line breaking passes. Everything on this team is because our midfield is so old and dusty. And if we rebuild it in the summertime, we're going to be a lot better next season. Because literally none of them can pass the ball forward anymore. That's just a fact. That's why Holland is wasted, and it's literally the midfield.
What's with this Crystal Palace will cook us? Guys, I don't think Crystal Palace are going to cook us. Do you know what cooking is? Crystal Palace is not going to cook us. This is the final. This is the final. But anyway, let's do the lineup and let's see how.
I have a quick question though. Does anybody think maybe Pep was rotating the team like intentionally on Saturday to prevent like Marmouche and Nico and all these guys, like to make sure they didn't get injured in like a very physical game?
I don't really think so. I think
I mean, that's a question we could ask. I don't know.
Everyone is saying Crystal Palace. Everybody I say they're gonna cook you guys tomorrow. That's why I'm confident. Now you know I'm the first person to say we're losing this game. That's why I'm confident now that we're going to win tomorrow.
I don't think we're getting cooked. I don't think we're getting cooked by Crystal Palace.
If he plays the same team that played on the weekend, I hope we don't win. I really hope so. I really do.
I can never root against the team, Carl. Come on, that's over
let me explain. Let me see if he plays that.
You're just trying to get Pep.
Are you kidding me?
See, let me also hear me out, right? If the guy played the same team we played last weekend, right, and they're not win, questions need to be asked. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but he's not going to play them. Trust me, he's not going to play same team.
I pray so.
I'm just. I
think if he does play them, that doesn't mean we can't root for the team. We have to root for our team.
I'm a root for the boys. Hey,
I think Nunes is going to play. You know,
I'm a root for the boys. Kelly, I root for the boys, right? But if he played that team, that same 3 or 4, and they do not win because they're slow and they're playing to Palace's hands with the mid block and Palace transition to go score goals like they did against us in the season, where they went 2 goals up, could have gone 3. It's not for offside. At the Etihad, what are we talking about? Where's the excuse? And you have young guys on the bench. No, come on.
No, that's funny though. I think we're gonna win.
I agree with what you're saying, but like, I could never not root for our team. Like, even if he just plays a bunch of Scott Carson and all that, we still have to root for our team.
You're being like my friend. Don't put words in my mouth. I'm saying that if they do not win, I'm a root for the boys, but I'm saying questions need to be asked.
You just said you hope they lose.
Yeah, but you're gonna hope they lose though.
You can't hope they lose, but root for them at the same time. You have to root for them.
If the guy plays if that guy plays the same team against Southampton and we get the same result, I hope they lose. Yes, I hope they lose.
That's crazy.
Why would I waste 90 minutes of my time to the same garbage result?
That's crazy, Carl.
That is mad. That is mad.
is
No, but no,
crazy.
no, Kevin, no,
For the
Kevin.
rest of
Why
us,
do you
I'll
think?
hope we
No,
win the
Kevin,
game.
Kevin. Sorry to cut you off, but Kevin, why is it crazy? Listen, I don't blame Carl. Carl has a point. Look, listen. If he's
What?
putting that horror, no, Kevin.
Odin.
Look, like what I said, I go back to the thing. Yeah. How is he putting out that lineup against the second worst team in Premier League history?
Let us have Hampton go. Let's go to Crystal Palace lineup. So
No,
But
because no, Patrick.
but
When
this
Let it go.
because you know why I say that, Patrick. Look, if he could do that against Southampton, what is to
Are
say
we
he does
picking?
the exact? No, Patrick. I'm Kelsey. Why I say that? What is to say if he can do that against Southampton, the second
wait
worst team in Premier League history? What is to say he can't do that against Crystal Palace in the
wait
I
final?
don't know.
Because
I
Patrick.
guess
guess
we'll
what?
find out.
Are we picking the team we
No,
want or the team we think he's gonna go
no,
with?
but no, Kelsey and Patrick. Is this not the same man? Yeah, against Chelsea in that Champions League final. Is he not the same man that dropped what's his name?
Since that
Rodri.
since that
No,
Champions League
no,
final, how many trophy? Wait, since that
No,
Champions League
Kevin,
final, how many
Kevin,
trophy have you won?
Kevin.
Fiasco.
Answer the question.
Wait, how
Kevin,
many
answer
trophy have you won
my
since that Champions League
my
final?
brother Kevin.
Oh no,
Answer
answer
the
his
question.
question. No, you
Answer
answer his
my
question,
Okay, I
Adam.
will.
Adam.
Okay, I will answer it afterwards. But Kevin,
No.
answer my question. Is he
Okay, you
not the
said it's
same
the same
man?
man. Is the
Is
same
he not
man
the
there?
same man that dropped Rodri in the biggest game against Chelsea
Okay, that's
Yeah.
fine.
in that
Looking at that
final?
with hindsight,
That's
Rodri
fine.
was not
Okay,
good that
thank
season.
you very
He was,
much.
and
Okay,
his
but
form had
since
fallen
that
off a cliff.
Thank you very much.
okay, Adam, okay, since that
Oh, jeez.
final, since that
Before Rodri was
Champions League
good.
final, how many trophy have we won since that final? Please, can you tell me?
Probably
A
like
lot.
14 or something, or
Yeah?
if not
And
more.
you still you are here talking, bro. Come on, man.
No, but
Come on.
no. What I'm saying is,
If he
yeah,
does, I'll still root for them to
no.
win.
What I'm saying to you, Kevin, is history shows that in the biggest game of the club's history, this man decided to go and put fucking Raheem Sterling. Sorry for my
Yeah,
language,
but we
Raheem
won the
Sterling.
UCL. But we won the UCL after that. We
Thank
won the
you.
UCL.
Okay,
Yeah,
but
we did win it.
no, Patrick, I get that. Okay, we won it afterwards.
This guy.
But this is that's what I'm saying to you.
You're crying over spilled
No,
milk. You're crying over spilled milk.
no,
That's
no,
like it's
no, no,
fun.
no, 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 no.
This
No,
guy's
what I'm saying to you, this is the same man has done it multiple occasions. He done it
But
in
I don't
that
understand.
Champions League
Sometimes you
final.
guys forget.
Yeah.
Sometimes you guys forget
No.
that.
Kevin, my point is that this is the same man that did it in that Champions League final, and this is the
Yeah,
same
but he's
man.
the same man who also won you
Wait,
trophies.
1 minute.
4 in a
I'm not
row,
denying that.
treble,
Thank
Centurions.
you.
Yeah, this guy sucks.
Kelstar, I'm not denying that. I'm very grateful for that 100%.
No, you are
But
denying it.
my
If
thing,
you
no,
keep insisting of what you say now, you deny
no,
all
man.
that.
I can't.
Look, you're taking what I said out of context. What I'm saying is, listen, this is the same man that made that error in that
Yeah,
Champions
he
League final.
did, but he
And
also
this
won you
is
the Champions League.
no, wait 1 minute. And this is the same man that put that horrendous, awful lineup against
He's
Southampton.
done it
The
multiple times.
second
He's
worst.
done it multiple times, though.
That's
He's done it multiple
He's
no.
times.
he
Okay.
does madnesses like this all the time. That's just
Yes.
that's
Yeah,
just
that's what I'm
petty.
saying. Look, Pep
So,
Guardiola
and what
played
I'm
the
trying to
same.
say, no, what I'm trying
When
to
did you
say
start
is
watching
history.
football, Adam? Was it
No,
Pep
Patrick,
Guardiola who played
hold
the senior
up.
team against Lyon? Isn't he? Is the
No,
same one who plays
Patrick,
that
Thank
team?
you.
hold up. Patrick, hold up. What I'm trying to say is history shows, yeah, this man overthinks things.
But history also
The
shows
simplest
he wins
thing,
trophies.
But he
yeah,
also wins
Patrick.
things.
Okay, yes, he wins
Wait,
things, but the simplest
Kel.
thing, he overthink it.
Kel, this man have won things more than fucked you up. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, he
So-
wins more than he messes up. Yeah,
Thank
I
you.
agree.
So, what are you saying, Adam? We understand what you're saying, but come on, man. We need to there's a question, Patrick. There's
Rodri's not
a
playing tomorrow.
there's a question that says Foden
Oh,
or
not
Oscar
again.
Bob, who has the highest
No,
ceiling.
Rodri's not playing.
Patrick. Yeah. They say Patrick and Kerr, who has the highest ceiling, Foden or Oscar Bob. Do you guys even understand what Foden's ceiling is right now? Nobody will get to his ceiling.
Osas. This
I got
fan base
cooked
is
for not knowing.
this fan base is weird, man. I swear we're weird because Oscar Bob came in for a few games and did some great things. All of a sudden, we're comparing him to Phil Foden. What a weird fan base.
Foden's ceiling is 6 Premier League alone. No one will touch that. Like a lot of people
Just
who
a
even touch
weird
2 or
fan
3.
base, man. Just
Right?
weird.
You guys don't understand the meaning of ceiling. Ceiling, with all the trophy you've got at the age of 24, that's done. There's no one close to his ceiling. Nobody. At his age, like, no, forget about Oscar Bob. What are we talking here?
Okay, wait. So okay,
Let's
okay.
put
Let's
the pressure on Oscar Bob.
Okay, so I'll put the lineup: Ortega in goal, then Nunes, then Ruben Diaz,
Patrick,
Josko,
take
then
Nunes
O'Reilly.
away from there.
Yeah, I think if we
Akanji.
play that what
Patrick,
you
no,
just put
put
there, I
Akanji,
think we have a
put
really
Akanji.
good chance of winning.
No,
Now,
put Akanji.
We're not
Akanji.
doing we're not doing what Pep wants. We're doing what we would
No,
see.
put
This
Akanji
is our
as
team
Nunes,
now.
man.
I
Akanji.
love this. I love this back line. I think if
I
we
think
play
I
that
think
back
I
line,
think
we
Nunes
have a
I think
really good
Nunes
chance.
offers more than Akanji in attack.
Well, okay.
Also,
Why do you need-
Akanji
why-
does bozo moments in big games.
Yeah,
we
why
don't
do you
need
need
that.
three? Why do you need three centre backs against the Crystal Palace that's going to counter? What about midfield then?
We already know it's going to be Gundogan, Bernardo, Kovacic, and
Nah, don't.
we already
We don't
know.
want to hear that. No, we don't want to hear the useless lineup. We're
No,
doing
I
one
think
that.
he's going to play Gundo. Ah, come on, man.
He's going
Gundo
to
is playing.
because he rested Gundo.
It's going to
against
be
Southampton.
Gundo, but De Bruyne, and what's it called? Bernardo.
What a stinky lineup.
No, Kava will be in there too. You know what's interesting is when we won that game against Crystal Palace, do you know who was actually playing in that game? It was Nico Gonzalez.
Yeah, no.
The man
I
who
want
has
us.
been
I want us to do a lineup for ourselves, not for Pep Guardiola. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just saying, like,
Okay,
remember
okay,
he
that's
was in
fair.
that game and he clogged the middle up, and
Yeah, that's what I'm
Patrick,
saying.
I
didn't
think
attack
we
it
need to
as
play
much.
De Bruyne, you know. De Bruyne needs to play tomorrow. Come on.
Why? Why?
What do you mean, why? Come on, he
Nico
deserves
and
to play
Kava.
tomorrow.
Why?
That's
Why
like
do
our
you?
most potentially sound
Why?
defensive.
Okay, can you let me? Kels, let's listen to this guy. Let's see what he wants to say. So, why should KDB play in this team?
Because Crystal Palace, they are not coming to sit back, they're coming to attack. You get me? So we need the Bruyne passes. That's why I want
They'll
him to
also
play.
leave more space too.
Yeah.
Somebody has to take
Yeah.
advantage. Bernardo's not
You-
going to take advantage of the space.
You get that,
Those
Patrick?
pass backwards. No, I don't think Ederson will start, to that person in the chat, because Ortega has been the cup guy, and I think he'll play him as the cup. You know, remember in the treble season, Ortega started every game in the cup.
He better use Ederson in that game on tomorrow because of his distribution.
Really?
He's got to use Ederson. Yeah, I mean,
Bypass
But
the
they don't-
midfield.
No,
'cause they can't get the ball
I want
forward.
Ortega to start.
the pitch is big. You need someone who can ping the ball.
Wait, did
40
Ederson
feet
play
up.
against Southampton? Was he fit
No.
against Southampton?
Yeah, he played.
Yeah, he did.
He has
And
nothing
he's
to
been
do
back
now.
a couple of games now.
But why is Rodri going with them? Is he not still injured? Why is he traveling?
Moral support. John Stones was pictured in there too, and nobody's heard from John Stones in months.
No,
He's
I'm
going
going
down.
I think
Victor
that
Hayes
guy
is
is
going. Echeverry's going too. So I think they're just taking the whole team to celebrate.
But for me, I
if they
think
win.
Rodri is fit to play, Patrick. I think that guy is fit already, you know. For me, I think he's ready to play for me.
You know, to be honest with you, Kevin, I
He
think
would have played in
maybe
Southampton then. Because you're not
To be
going
honest
to
with you-
just throw him into a final after an ACL injury. Come on. Listen
I
to
think we'll
yourself.
probably see Rodri in the Club World Cup. I don't think we'll see him in any of the remaining 2 Premier League games. I don't think so. In my personal opinion, I think where we'll probably see him is we'll probably say come off the bench during
see
the
him-
Club World Cup. But I
I
don't
can see
think
him maybe coming
we'll
off the
play
bench
him.
on Tuesday.
Maybe, but I don't even think we'll put
Rodri,
it.
KDB sharing the same pitch.
But to be honest with you, I don't think I'll bring him on Tuesday. I think on the last day of the season, I think we can. That's one possible occasion. On the last day.
Who is in the Nico? Is that Nico and Kova?
Yeah,
Yeah, Nico
this
and
is
Kofi.
our lineup.
But no, you know,
Patrick, can you
in
make
the
it
defense.
This is
bigger?
the
No,
lineup
Kevin,
that beat Crystal
Kevin,
Palace
you know, in the
fine
defense.
too, so you might as well go with it.
No, but no, Kevin. In the defense of Akanji's a lot better at right back. He does less bozo jeans when he's at a
He's
right
got
back
plenty of
than compared
bozo
to when
jeans.
he's at.
Stop.
No,
Yeah, but why play three
Kelstar.
centre
What I
backs?
mean,
Adam, you can't play
no,
three centre backs
Kelstar.
against a
Let
team
me
that's going to
explain.
sit back.
No, Kelstar and Patrick. Let me explain. My thing is, I don't trust Akanji as a centre back. When he's at centre back, the man, I don't know what it is. The man just has an absolute brain fart in odd occasions.
Well, he started as
trust
a
him-
right
look,
back in the Champions League final,
weirdly-
and he had a terrible bozo moment against Lautaro Martinez. Right
Weirdly,
before
I
Rodri
trust-
scored, if anybody forgot about that.
But Kelstar, weirdly, I trust Akanji more in the right back position than that centre
Yeah,
back. I don't know what it is.
but I think you don't understand. The thing is, putting Akanji there is great, but Akanji offers nothing in attack.
Yeah.
So this goes the same thing as the Southampton thing. Why do you play three centre backs against teams that are just going to sit back and soak pressure and counter you?
No, what I'm saying, Akanji will probably start is
but
because we
for-
know. No,
Palace are not
because
going
why
to
I'm
sit
saying
back,
that,
Patrick. Where
Patrick,
do you
because
get
we
that
know. No, Patrick, why I say that is because we know Pep is without a shadow of a doubt going to put Akanji in that lineup tomorrow. Whether we like it or not,
Well, we're
Akanji
not
is
doing Pep's
starting.
lineup. We're not doing Pep's lineup. We've said this already. I think we agreed that we're not doing Pep's lineup anymore. So anyway, we have
Are you playing Mamouche and Alan together?
yeah, we are.
We have to, yeah. Otherwise, it's pointless. If you start Holland and bench Marmouche, first off, why'd you spend 60 million on Marmouche? And second of all, who's going to take advantage of the space that Holland is going to create? No one, because nobody crashes the box. Nobody's in there. He's the only guy in the box. So you need somebody in there to scoop up those chances.
Who plays number 10 then?
It'll be Kev.
Patrick, you don't want to play Kev tomorrow.
To do what?
We just explained it to you.
Yeah, he did kind of carry us over Palace the last time we played them.
Oh, we'll play KDB. We'll play KDB. It's fine. What about the wingers? So what are we playing as wingers?
Doku.
Marmouche will be one of them. No, Doku. If Doku and O'Reilly doesn't work together. To be honest, down the left.
No. But Doku will play tomorrow. Trust me. Doku will play tomorrow.
Well, Doku occupies the space that O'Reilly is pushing up into, and then they just get in each other's way. So if you're going to do that, you might as well play a defensive player as a left back because
No, Patrick.
The left back would have to just play defense.
Patrick, I 100% agree with Kevin. No, I 100% agree with Kevin. I think why I say we can utilize Doku in a sense is if say an occasion pops up where they're coming at us and we can just say potentially like what Carl said, the pitch being big, Edison can whip a ball to Doku and then Doku can be running. So that's why I say Doku should. For me, I agree with Kevin. Doku should be starting. I don't know whether on the left or the right, depending on how he is.
Doku starts right, Mamouche starts left, and then obviously it's Haaland because we have no choice. I think they're not gonna drop him. If it was up to me, I would drop Haaland and play Savio and Mamouche as the striker. If it was up to me.
No, against Crystal Palace, we need Alan. Patrick, trust me, we need him.
Do you need Haaland against Crystal Palace?
Yeah, because of the physical part of it. They can't deal with him. Their defender, they can't deal with Alan. Trust me.
Also, big difference. Remember, Mark Gahey didn't play at the Etihad when we won.
Yeah, he's
going to play this time. So, and he's a really good defender. So, that's going to be a big difference from the last game.
But they say it's going to be a dap, though. They say it's going to be a dap. If
he might be able to single-handedly man mark Holland, and normally we count on people sending two defenders on Holland, and that creates space.
So isn't that space for Mamouche then?
Alan always bully him. Come on, he can't. Alan, just watch tomorrow. I'm telling you guys, Alan always bully them. Trust me. Even Gay can't handle Alan. He can't handle Alan. Trust me.
At least they got rid of that Anderson guy who always turned up against us. I was like, oh, don't make me worry about Will Hughes tomorrow. Midfield.
Hughes is gone. He's not bad. Yeah, he always turn up as well.
He kind of dominated the uncles in the game at Selhurst. If anybody remembers that game, I was like, who the F is this guy? And he was like completely bowling everybody over.
He's actually dunking on us, you know. He was just a regular player. But okay, so in goal we've got Edison, then we've got Nunes right back, then we've got Ruben Diaz and Josko Vadio, and then O'Reilly as left back. And then we've got Nico Gonzalez and Kovacic. We're just lying to ourselves, but anyway, we have to do it. We know it's going to be Gondo and Kubena, Bernardo instead of Doku. But if he puts this team, I think this team is good enough to beat Crystal Palace.
Yeah, I agree. For me, it just literally comes down to the back line. If we play that back line that's attacking like that, I think we have a much better chance to win.
Yeah, go on. So guys, anyway, that was the show, guys. Hopefully. So what are the score predictions? Starting with you, Kelster.
I don't want to do a score prediction.
I don't know why you guys are scared.
I don't want to. I'm sorry. I literally have to base it on the lineup.
Adam, prepare my money tomorrow. 3-1 City.
Yeah. I'm also going for 3-1 City.
I'm gonna dwarf all you guys. Get this kind of money floating around.
I know. Don't worry. No, you know what it is, yeah? Kelsey, you know I'll give them. I'll give it to them in Kenyan shillings.
Oh, there you go. 40 Kenyan shillings. What's that worth? Like a penny?
Guys, let me know in the comments. What's your prediction? I'm also looking at 3-1. I think Crystal Palace score first.
You asked me. Let me say my prediction. I think it'll be a draw, and then it goes to penalties, and then Crystal Palace win.
Oh God, that's when you'd want Ortega playing. You got to sub him in for the pens because Ederson in a penalty shootout. That's a.
But it was like, Community Shield. It did well. Ederson did well in Community Shield.
Hey, don't worry, Kevin. I'll file for bankruptcy tomorrow.
Yeah, it shows that that guy has left Leverkusen because Leverkusen have entered the race to sign their RB Leipzig defender Robin. So
Who are you talking about?
Yeah, I think the tie was already agreed.
Yeah, tie is gone. Yeah, because they are signing the centre back. Leverkusen.
Who are you talking about?
It's not about Leverkusen. Leverkusen are trying to sign a Leipzig centre back. So it looks like that that tar guy is going to buy real.
He's going to Bayern
for free. Yeah.
But why is Bayern Munich taking on everyone best player in that league?
Yeah, but it's free. There's no fee. There's no fee.
Yeah, but that's not fair.
But Kevin, why are you surprised? Bayern Munich have a monopoly. No, Kevin, why are you surprised? Bayern Munich have a monopoly on that league. You know how it is.
It's not breaking
news. No surprise.
I don't want to go to
reason they won like 35 or 40 league titles.
Yeah, I don't want to go to penalties tomorrow. This City team is not capable of penalties. It's horrible.
We have to do it for Kev. Like,
do you remember we had to do it for Company? We had to do it for Yaya. We had to do it for David Silva. We never do any of that. This is Man City. The only guy who had a good season before he left was Gundogan, treble.
Yeah.
That's it. But also we never knew he was leaving. So there was no that we have to do it for Gundogan. Great panel and fantastic conversation. Big up to you guys. Like the video, guys. This week I did a morning show. I did a morning show on transfers. Then I did an evening blues show where I was talking to Hugo, one of the City fans. As I told people out there, if you want to do one of the fandom shows beyond the fandom, I'll do one with Kels because she also wants to give us some of her knowledge.
Well, according to someone in the chat, I have.
Then I'll do one. Then I'll do one with Carl. Then I'll do one with Matthias.
Hey Patrick, I'm gonna file a lawsuit against you. When are me and Kevin gonna have our own show? You fraudster.
Well, Kelvin also wants to do one. Kelvin already sent me a picture of him in a City jersey.
So it's on your channel. Just do it on your channel.
But when am I gonna have my own show?
I thought you have your own channel, City Talks.
Yeah.
Nah, I still want to do your thing with you as well.
Yeah, you can do it. Just send me.
I can't let you down, man.
So send me a picture of yourself in a City jersey. Then you do the fandom beyond fandom series. I already have got a picture of Carl in a City jersey, Kilks in a City jersey. One is
I'm wearing one right now.
Yeah,
the beauty from last season.
Oh, I didn't like that one. I don't know why I didn't like that.
I loved it. This
don't worry.
This is my Rodri shirt.
All right, Patrick, don't worry. If Pep gets sacked, Carl can take over.
I like. Do you know what? Do you know that black one?
Yeah.
Do you know that black one that was there seasons ago? The black one with the. I think that's one of my favorite City jerseys.
Hey, Carl, you can have Patrick as your assistant, and then Kevin as the boo boy, and then Kelstar as the kit man.
That's gas. Kev will be captain and he will leave tomorrow. No, Kevin will play.
Clean. I see how this works.
Says hoping Palace will freeze in the big one. I think that's what everybody.
I'm Frimpong is gone. We're gonna bank on that too much.
Yeah, Frimpong is gone already. I know.
Yeah.
I think so.
But you know, Patrick, I know someone in the comments probably clipped that thing where I said, "Oh, I'm putting £80 on the line." I know someone's definitely clipped it in the comment.
Yeah, they clipped you because, and we also want to remember it. Just give us our £80, man. Anyway, big up to you guys. Big up to you guys for being here and like the video, guys. Subscribe. As I said, there's 2 shows if you want to watch. I did a fandom beyond the fandom episode, Evening Blues with Hugo. Go watch that. There was a lot of good ball knowledge there. And then let's not forget, I did a transfer video. To be honest with you, some of these transfer videos are tiring. I don't know how people do them because all we do is speak about the same thing. I will not do. By the way, I promise you, I won't do any Wirtz or Reijnders or Gibbs White videos until it's set that they're signing. I'm not gonna do that anymore because Carl knows I hate doing transfer videos, regardless of the fact that
I
they
think we're
bring you a
just
lot of traffic.
excited over transfers because of how dire the football is right now. It's so boring and so slow, and so there's only 3 more games of it. But I think we're just ready to move on from it, and that's why we're all excited about transfers.
What time is this? Wait, what time is Crystal Palace versus City?
It's apparently
I think it's
4:30 UK time.
4:30. Yeah, 4:30.
Yeah, it's
It's
4:30
8:30 in the
UK time.
morning for me, which is a nice time.
Wait a minute.
Nah,
So
not
it's
too bad for you
versus
then.
City. Oh, okay, so
Yeah.
so big up. You know what we're gonna do? It's a final, so we'll watch along then, because it's a final. Let me set
Am
up
I
watch along
invited?
now. No, you're not.
Oh,
Are you not in Switzerland?
Yeah, don't worry. The connection is still good, my friend.
Yeah, but you have to show your face. You can't come on a watch along with a blank screen.
I'll
Okay.
show my face. I won't be
That's
drinking
if I'm
though, 'cause I have to
no.
work,
Hey,
so no drinking for
Patrick.
me.
If I'm in a place where I can't, it's possible, then yeah. But
Okay, big
I'll
up,
let
big
you
up.
know.
I don't know. I think Carl is gonna be busy. Carl, are you gonna be busy?
When is this?
Watch along for tomorrow.
It's 11:30 your time.
I should be available. Yeah, I'll be
Okay,
available.
Okay,
I think
big
Oh
up, big
my
up.
god,
So,
hearing
guys,
Carl's thoughts live during the game.
No,
Oh,
you won't.
that'd be
You
fantastic.
won't hear much from me. I don't talk too much during the game. I just observe and see what's going on, and I make up my mind in the first 5 minutes. We're going to win or not. It's clear.
Okay, let me set it up now so that I don't deceive you.
Yeah, I'll join.
Because
Forget,
if I don't set it up now, I will deceive you. Because I'm trying to as I said, I've been trying to push this, but it's very difficult to do streams every day. Fair play to people. How do you do streams every day? Like, what do you talk
Anybody
about
know
it?
a U16 goalkeeper? I'm looking for one, man. Again, Patrick knows my story. I'm so pissed
Talk
off,
to the
Patrick.
snobby boys; they might know.
I think Patrick. I'm so annoyed right now.
Wait. I thought you said you're gonna go try the volleyball players and see if you can.
My brother, I'm tired. I'm so tired right now. You don't understand.
Yeah.
You know, I know it's part of the process. You know that you build all these players up, and then they go to the academy team. I get it, right? But then when the academy team is shit and they don't win anything in the bottom of their league consistently, and they can't play good football because they play long ball 4-4-2 from 1980. And the second team is playing 4-3-3 possession based like Liverpool and City, and the winning things on top of their league and winning tournaments. You know, it's like kind of frustrating, right? You know, I got one of my kids saying to me, "Oh, coach, yeah, I want to go to pre-academy because," and because you know they face more shots. I face more shots as a goalkeeper in their games than I do with you. I'm like, yeah, because their defense is shit, because we keep a tight ship, right? We make sure we do a high line, our center backs make sure you don't touch the ball. But when we need you in that moment, you get it done. That's how you play the modern game, right? Not 4-4-2, you know, the break through the middle, you face 1,000 shots on goal, and you're scrambling around the whole place. That's not good soccer or good football, right?
I think Carl needs a promotion to the academy.
No, it's not that. It's just frustrating because it's like, you know, and this, you know, every year I lose 4 or 5 kids, right? Every year, right? The bright lights of an academy team. Great. You go there and then 5 leave the next year for that team every year because they're not happy with the way they're playing the game. And it's like, you know, this is what you signed up for. You know, it's what you signed up for. You're not winning games. You're bottom of your league. Everywhere you go, we're higher ranked than you are. Check that out. Rankings wise, our team is higher ranked than the so-called higher team. Ranking wise, the ranking system. Win more games, win more tournaments, play better football to the amazement of the parents. What's the point? And then you come and take the goalkeeper that I struggled to get for a year. Struggled to get. Found the keeper. Distribution is perfect.
I think you told us. You said it was 2 years it took you.
Yeah. I mean, found this goalkeeper. You got your own goalkeeper, and then you want to take my goalkeeper. You want to have 2 goalkeepers. I have none. And telling me to go develop the one that's supposed to be joining me, the one that was terrible. Fuck off, man. Excuse my language. What is this shit? It's insane. It's that's what I'm dealing with, Patrick. You know, and
it's frustrating you. I see.
And then I have a big semifinal on Sunday. Big semifinal on Sunday. Big. It's called the President's Cup. Big. It's a big competition, right? You not come to me telling me you want some players to come and join you for a game on your team because your players don't show up on a Thursday night before the weekend. Been training all week about the opposition, what we do, what they do, and now you want to take these players away. Okay. Black man problem. Excuse my language. It's insane.
Cowards, guys. You know what? On that note, guys, that's goodbye from us.
Spurs and Villa 0-0 at halftime.
I'll take a look.
Tackles! Title winner! Perfect end to a perfect day. Manchester City 4, Manchester United 1. Oh, what a hedge! Oh, that's electrifying! Hat-trick hunting, trick getting. Still the appetite is there for more.